Hey Monica, I thought last week since you were able to post a video of your face being so unpolished in such unflattering light, I might give a shot at posting a video that was unpolished, and I'm not going to edit it. We'll see how this goes. This week I've been thinking a lot about swim safety, particularly a decades old VHS tape of an American Red Cross swim safety clip where a girl is flailing in the water and the lifeguard calls out to her, "Hey, you're okay, just stand up." And then she does, and she's in like knee-deep water. That is a lot like an experience I had when I was younger. I couldn't swim, but yet I was in a Wet and Wild theme park wave pool, waist or chest deep, and then the waves started up, and they quickly went over my head, and I quickly panicked. Fortunately, there was a ladder within reach, and in my adrenaline-fueled panic, I reached out and grabbed it and clung to it for dear life. The lifeguard came over, and he leaned down and said, "Hey, you can't be here on this ladder. You're blocking an emergency exit." And I cried out, "I can't swim." And to which he said, "Then climb up the ladder." And I was like, "Oh, yes, yes. That's a good idea." So I did. I've been thinking about these two particular incidences because as I've been working through dialectical behavioral therapy, that workbook, it occurs to me that they're really good examples. Dialectical means two opposing forces. And dialectical behavioral therapy is talking about two seemingly contradictory concepts that you wouldn't think work together, but they do. And those are acceptance and change. It's very similar to the serenity prayer, where you want serenity to accept the things you can't change, and courage to change the things you can, and wisdom to tell the difference. The therapy is very much about that wisdom. The wisdom to tell the difference is based in understanding when to change things and when to not change things. But really, it all boils down to managing anxiety and understanding that as human beings, it's amazing that we have anxiety, because that allows us to have these knee-jerk instinctual reactions that can move us faster in reaction to a situation than we're able to think. You know, our amygdala is like fight or flight, run, hide, hit, freeze. And those things are great until they're not. The reason why they work so fast is because they cut off the workings of the prefrontal cortex, which is, the decision-making brain, the calm place, the thing that weighs things out appropriately. And you don't get access to that when you're in an adrenaline-fueled action. Very much like I was, and probably that girl was in the knee-deep water, there's just not a lot of actual calm assessment going on there, and careful decision making. Those are very much anxious moments where the panic is so full and you're so worried that you can't really even think clearly about what to do next beyond "don't die" or "get away" or flail. That here's a good long pause because I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so I couldn't do it all in one take, but here I am, back to wrap things up. There are, now that I think about it, a lot of instances in my life where anxiety has really clouded my thinking, where it has distorted my ability to see reality clearly, and where panic has made me just plain dumb. Fortunately, I'm starting to see that self-soothing can really bring that anxiety down and open up space for me to make better decisions and to think clearer and to see reality more clearly. The easiest of those is just to tell myself, "Hey, you're okay." And when I do that and I see that I'm okay and I observe that I'm okay and my prefrontal cortex confirms that I'm okay, then it says, "Well, what are we going to do?" And I can see what I need to do is just stand up.